Welcome U2 customer. When you have U2 ODBC client, JDBC client, or U2 toolkit using UCI mode connect to UniVerse or UniData ODBC server have some problem. You might want to turn UniVerse UCI or UniData ODBC server login. When you try to set in the server login, it will require root permission for Unix environment, for administrator permission for Windows environment. On UniVerse, they have a two way to create the login. One is called TRACEuci. Basically, it's one file called TRACEuci file. It's no content. Basically, just create a file. It's case sensitive. Another way is called TRACEserver. It's old way. They don't have much information. Just give you the function name. So for the UniVerse ODBC, by default will be UV server, but you can add another or more service name inside the UniRPC service. This the new create name. It can be for some purpose. For this case, you can set in for timeout shorter to create another service name. On UniData side, then it define in the UD_database file. For UniData 8.2 Unix, it will the file located in the /user /UD82 /include folder. By default, each database definition with 4 lines. One is called database name, UDD home, UDD account, trace label. So you can set up the trace label 0, 1, 2, 3. Maximum number is 3. Same thing for service name. You can say UD server _web. The following demo will show you how to turn the ODBC server login. So here's I try to show you on Unix. On Unix for this machine, it's the UniVerse 11.3.2. So inside the 11.3.2, you can see that's the folder for disk 1 UV 11.3.2. When you try to turn it on, you need to create file inside the UV home directory. The first, we can see the setting. So I already create 2, but I already changed name to save. Basically, if you look at the TRACEuci, is the newer one to create the ODBC server login, give you more information. Also, TRACEuci is case sensitive. You will create the log file in the temp folder. But if you use an old way called TRACEserver, the TRACEserver will be created in the UV home directory. So we'll see the difference and show you what's the log information inside this 2 log. So first, I can most simple way, just need to on Unix you just create the touch command called touch called TRACEuci. So you will create it. For TRACEserver, it's a little bit different. So I can show you what's the difference. You create a file name. Also, so inside file name, you can see just need to create the 1 line called server. So you need to create 1 line called server, uppercase. It's case sensitive. So after you create it, then we need to demo it. For I use in this program is called YouTube Toolkit program. Inside this toolkit program, I can connect to UniData, UniVerse, but this one is UCI mode. So right now, I can show you a connect to UniVerse and just make a connection. It's successful. Then I run the SQL statement, select star from states. So you run the command, so you get the state code and name. So I disconnect it, so we can go back to look at the log file. So inside the home directory, you can see we just create this one called UVSRVD log. This one is created by TRACEserver. So we can take a look inside this file. So it basically is not much information, just give you each functionality like open, connect, and fetch data, the statement and fetch data. That's just for TRACEserver. If you look at another called TRACEuci, it's located in the 10 folder. For this machine is /10. So we can see they will be different. So let's just create a new one from create by TRACEuci. So inside this log, give you more information. So you will see more detail for each. The inside the driver will provide more information for TRACEuci. So that's how it turns on Unix. On Windows, same thing, but just be careful for the Windows side. So most of you will work the same way on Unix, but main thing is the TRACEserver. There's a type called file is node.txt. If you have a TXT, it will show you a text document. So you will see these two files will generate similar the file like a Unix. So I can connect to Windows. So basically I can connect localhost. So I can show you login information. Same statement. So disconnect. So go back to look at the output. So this one on Windows environment, you will see this one called UVSRVD log is created by TRACEserver. Then if you look at another folder called UV10, you will create this one. This log file is created by TRACEuci. Next, we'll show you UniData ODBC login. For UniData, we can look at this machine have UniData A2 on this machine. So cd to user UDA2 include. So when you try to change it, you must have root permission to edit UD database. So the first one, demo, xdemo, it's by default. When you install it, got 2. Then I create another called demo 3. It's have a setting called trace level equals 3. That is the trace log level. So after I create this one, then your application could depend which the database name you connected. If you connect to demo, same thing you connect to is the all relate to demo database. But if you connect to demo, there is no login. But if you connect to demo 3, you will see the demo database login data. Demo 3 have the login inside the temp folder. So we'll see the output. For here, we can use the same program, but I changed to different ways. For example, I can connect to something for this Unix box, and you will see the difference. So inside the account or database name, you can use an alias name, or you can use in full path name. So if you connect to the full path name for this one, you can set the database. We can see the database. This one, UTA2. Demo. So let's the A2 demo database path. So basically, I can connect to here. So you can connect it. So it's successful, but you don't get any log file. So we can go back to look at the log file. You won't see anything. So if we change back to disconnect, then I want to create a log file demo 3. Then this time you will see the difference. So I can run the same statement. So I select start from state. So inside this, I can create a log file, then disconnect. Then I go back to check. You will create this one. Just connect to the demo 3. So I can see the output. So that's for UniData ODBC login. So basically, you need to have the root permission or administrator permission to set the setting to change for UniData to change the UD underscore database or create a new database name.